Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody, smart teacher in all of the world. How are you today? I hope you are always in good condition. Welcome to my presentation. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Retno Ayu Cahyaningtyas. I'm a student in English Education Department, Universitas Muhammadiyah Purwokerto. And on this occasion, I want to tell you something that can help a teacher in carrying out online learning. In teaching the TEFL, I think this application is also very helpful in many ways. And this time, I will focus on teaching reading skills in recount text. I know you guys want me to get straight to the point. Okay. Today, we will discuss about quizzes. Quizzes application as best TEFL practices during the pandemic. Have you guys heard of this before? Let's find out more together. Now, I will show you the table of contents or what material we will discuss. First, we will discuss the meaning of reading. And then we will discuss reading in recount text. And then the third one, advantages of quizzes. And then the last one, steps of using quizzes. Without any further ado, let's go to the first topic. Reading. What is reading? Reading is the process by which we see a series of written symbols and derive meaning from those written symbols. Reading is a receptive skill because by reading we get information. What is the importance of practicing one's reading skill? Reading is a good tool to improve our English skills. By reading, of course, we can expand our English vocabulary, which we can then apply when we speak. As a student, they should be able to get used to reading, perhaps starting with things that can interest them, such as story text and pictures. Then, what about reading in recount text? Recount text is one type of text that is learned in school by students. Recount text is an interesting text that contains memorable experience for someone, in addition to getting information on the text. Reading recount text can also develop the brain and imagination skills. However, in studying story text such as recount text or narrative text, many problems were also found, such as research conducted by Juvrizal and Rosimus found that students' problem consisted of two main things, namely language problems and the lack of vocabulary that is known to students. Many students felt they could not understand the text, so that they cannot give the correct answer to the question given, especially in recount text and narrative text. Students are required to understand the simple past tense, present perfect tense, and past continuous tense. Students are confused about how to distinguish these tenses. And most of them fail to answer text question because they did not have sufficient vocabulary and failed to understand the meaning of the words. And now, let's discuss the characteristic of recount text. The purpose of recount text is to inform and entertain the readers. And to attain its purpose, the text needs to involve several steps, namely an orientation that lets the reader know who is involved, and then where, when, and others. And retelling of a series of events in chronological sequence. Okay, everybody, in this pandemic situation, online learning has become a daily routine, right? So, we need a tool to be able to assist learning, especially in learning reading on recount text, such as quizzes. These quizzes can also solve problems that might be experienced during recount text learning, such as students are lack of reading and lazy to read. And then they don't have ability in mastering vocabulary, so they feel difficult in understanding the meaning of the words or context of a text. And the third, they don't have a good concentration, or exactly they don't want to focus on the material. And fourth, they felt difficult in identifying the generic structure of recon text. So, based on some problems, the student need to learn more in reading recon text. In the Quizz applications, students will enjoy reading in the text more. Now, let's talk about this app deeper. Quizz is an application to create interactive quiz games that can be used in classroom learning. For example, for the final assessment of learning. And this app is free and can be accessed via Google. Very easy to use, can be accessed 24 hours, and the teacher can set the time for the quiz. The quiz there has 4 answer choices, including the correct answer. Quizzes can be used in teaching recon text because the teacher can monitor students in their work. Because pandemic situation, it is very difficult to monitor students, right? And if students do not learn, students will not be able to complete their learning. Just like the recon text question in general, the teacher presents the text and the student answer questions that can measure the student's reading skill. And you know guys, the strengths of quizzes are that teacher can make the text look more attractive, set the avatar, leaderboard, themes, and even music, and etc. We can also add images to the questions and adjust the question settings to our liking. When the finished quiz is made, the teacher can share it with students using the resulting 5-digit code. Quizzes also provides data and statistics on student performance. The teacher can track how many students answered question made, question to be answered, and much more. Teacher can even download the statistic in Excel form, so that student grade data are recorded completely. What do you think, guys? With this application, we'll make learning fun, isn't it? Okay, everybody, now let's discuss the steps to use it. First, we as a teacher, we need to go to www.quizz.com and sign up. And for convenience, we can use our Google account. Choose a role whether as a teacher, student, parent, and other. Now we choose as a teacher. After that, complete the data and fill in our quiz info such as questions, and then answer choices and the correct answers. Then there is menu question preview, and it will display the questions that we created. Add a new question and click finish when finished. In the final step, select the grade or tingkatan, subject or mata pelajaran, and then click finish or create quiz. After that, setting quiz and click proceed. After all of questions ready, ask students to go to join.quizz.com and share the code with the students. And in addition, we can share it via WhatsApp or Google Classroom. Ladies and gentlemen, to make this explanation clearer, I'm going to show some views on quizzes. The first picture. This is the questions display after the teacher has finished making a list of questions. The teacher needs to distribute the question code to the students. And then next, the second pictures, it is when students enter the code given by the teacher. And then in here, students can set their own display theme according to their liking and click start. Next, to the third pictures, it is the view before the test actually starts. And then the fourth pictures, it is the display of the first question from the recount text material given by the teacher. There is also music menu, here, so students can play music that will make them more relaxed. And the last picture, it shows that after the student completes a number, students will see their points and rank among their friends. It's like a game. Okay, everybody, I think that's all that I can convey to you in this presentation. I hope this can be useful for all of us. And then the increasingly sophisticated era must motivate us, as a young teacher to innovate and make student learning more enjoyable. Thank you. See you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.